wrap gown, how to cut your wrap gown. And I'll be using this piece of fabric. Please, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified on my next day upload. And to my returning subscribers, I say may God richly bless you in Jesus' name. So on this tutorial, what you need are your sewing materials and just the right measurements. And on this tutorial, I'll be using 20 to take the half cut. That's what you work on first, the half cut. So I'll be using 20 inches to take the half cut, 1 inch for shoulder slant and 1 inch for seam allowance. And then what you do next is just to cut out the half cut and then work on the front and the back panel of the half cut first. So on the shoulder, I will be using 8 divided by 2, and then the armhole I will be using 8 as well. On the shoulder slant, as I said earlier, I'll be using 1 inch. Just take your ruler and then slant with 1 inch. Those are the key lines. That's the armhole. I'll be using 8 on the armhole, and on the bust point I'll be using 10. So that's the waistline now. Adding 2 inches. Remember, shoulder slant and the seam allowance. The bust is 44, you divide by 4, you have 11, and then you add extra inch to it for no extra and the seam allowance. That's the waistline. Now the waist is 40, you divide by 4, you have 10. You add extra inches for that and then seam allowance. Make sure you have extra after stitching. So I'm using 3.5 to take the neckline and the 1 inch for the depth. So you just give it a curve shape, mark out the armhole line, and then use your French curve to curve. Another thing is that you can also place your tape there. Just use 1.5 inch or 1 inch to give it a curve shape, which is more easier. A lot of questions ladies have been asking me how to get the armhole curve. So you just use 1 inch to take it up and then curve. So what I'll be doing next is to cut out the back panel, because I have to work on the back panel first before the front panel. So the next thing I'll do is to place it on top of my fabric again, and then use it to cut out the front panel. Remember, this is a lap gown, so I'll be adding extra 10 inches to the front panel to get the lap. So you just place your tape like so, and then add extra. You can add 8 inches, you can add 10, you can add 12, depends on the front panel to lap. So on this I want it to lap well, so I just have to add extra inches to it. So the next thing you do is to cut out. After adding the extra inches, cut out the neckline, the armhole, and then the side. So that's it on the front and the back panel of the lap gown. Remember, we are working on the half cut now. So the next thing you do is to open the front panel. Remember, it was into two, so you slit open and then give it a curve shape, slant down. So what you do is to mark from the shoulder line, the neckline. Just take your tape. You can take 12 inches down, you can take 10 inches down, mark, and then give it a curve shape. So on this I'll be using 10, you can see. So that's it on the front panel. So you open and lap. The beauty is coming out gradually. You lap to see if you have the right neckline and the measurements. So the next thing you do is just to give it a dart shape. You mark your dart line, cut out the face, the lining, I'm sorry to say, iron your interface, and then keep aside. Just remove the rough edge to avoid mistakes. So what I'll be doing next is to cut out the flare. So this is what you do. You spread your fabric into 2 and then into 4, and then mark out your waist line. So you take your tape off. Remember the waistline was 40, we'll be adding extra, and then mark where you are able to get 10 or 11. Remember, we are adding extra inches for seam allowance, and remember this wrap gown has zip on the side, not the back. It has a side zipper. So you just mark and give it a curve shape, and then take the length as well. So on this the length is 30. So you mark and then connect round together before cutting out your fabric. Add extra inch for seam allowance. Just mark around and connect together. So what I'll be doing next is to cut out the flare. And that's all on the flare. You can see, just open and then also cut out your lining halfway. That's the front and back flare panel. Let's open to see what we have. That's beautiful. So that's it. on the flare. So what I'll be doing next is to now cut the sleeve. So on the sleeve, the length is 12, the bicep is 14, and the round sleeve is 14. Just take your tape, a little up. Get the round sleeve, the bicep, and then use 4 to take the curve line. It's so simple. You connect together and then cut out. Trim out the rough edge. That's it on the sleeve. Just notch the mid part. And that's all for today on the cutting of your wrapper gown. So what I'll be doing is to go over to the machine and then stitch. Please, if you find this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more tutorials. You can also follow me on my other social media platform: Facebook, African Fashion and Styles Meg Apparel; Instagram, African Fashion and Styles Meg Apparel; TikTok, Meg Apparel. I will see you on my next tutorial. Please stay safe. Bye bye.